Kick and go.
Here we
Want
go,
to
get
destroy the
Here we go,
heavies
let's go.
on legendary
Get on the
missions. Right here, I'm bringing you a super fire
Easy,
tank
baby.
build
Easy.
with everything you need to know, baby.
Easy clap.
You should be able to control all situations with this build, and I'll tell you everything necessary. Like I said, right here I have 3 heavies at bay. I'm getting Stinger Hive. We're on legendary, and I'm able to tank like mostly all of this damage and help my team stay alive the whole time. I'm focusing the Stinger Hives on their back to try to get that damage, all healing boxes, which make the mission like almost impossible. And yeah, I hope you really do enjoy this vid, man. Let's get into it.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some armor right now.
I'm on food calling.
Yo, what up, my beautiful people over on YouTube's, man? This is the build that I've been using to smash on legendaries. I use multiple builds, but this one I like, you know, possibly the most. I'm able to make amazing plays with this build. I'm able to push in and use my sweet dreams to smash any red or purple bar enemies. But I suggest killing the purples, especially any that are drone operators or remote turret controllers. Those are the most, like, you need to kill those guys with a prejudice, bro. It's like, as soon as you see those guys, those got to be your main target as a tank build. I feel it is a risky play style, but if you got the skills, you can get in there and control basically the whole legendary from the beginning to the end. All right, so once again, man, we're Sweet Dreams is our exotic of preference weapon, and that is because melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. Okay, so anything that is not yellow will die in one shot. Keep in mind that there is a 15-second cooldown, but that's a really quick cooldown, right? I'm using the burnout, and I'm only using it to have 40% weapon handling for 10 seconds by emptying my clip. And it's got a pretty decent roll, right? And when we are buffed up all the way, that benefits us the most because we will be landing all our shots. And the reason we're using 4-piece True Patriot, you could use this however you want. I'll go ahead and I'll show you a few different styles right now. And this is my favorite style right here, 2 healers with it. But you can probably use something that'll give you a little bit more benefit as mass, right? So there's a few masks that you can use that will benefit you, I feel, if you want to play that play style, right? So one of the masks will be, first off, it will be a named item, which is called the Night Watch. And what happens right here with the Night Watcher is that you get 100% pulse skill haste, okay? And what this is gonna do is when you use scanner pulse, it is gonna literally give you back your pulse like almost as soon as you're done with your post being up, right? And then you can also use Banshee, is what a viewer was telling me. If you use Banshee with this and you get your post back in like 8 seconds, by all means, that is amazing. Okay, you can also buff your team up with critical hit damage, which is a crit hit chance from if you hit a target from 15 meters. You get this from the season right now. You got to be like level 35, I believe it is, and it's a really useful mask if you want to like buff up your team's critical hit chance and critical hit damage, right? Depending on like how far the target is that you hit, it'll give you a buff on the screen. And yeah, 4-piece. The main reason we're using 4 pieces is gonna be because you're gonna get this buff right here. And we're also using the backpack, so you want to have the backpack for this. If you don't know how to get it, you can just farm gear sets on targeted loot. Just allocate your map and you'll find it. Okay, so basically a patriotic boost gives you increased red, white, and blue strength, which is red is damage, amplifies the enemy's damage taken by 8%. When you're rocking this book bag, that 8% becomes 12%, giving you 4% more amplified damage towards enemies, any enemy. Also white, shooting the enemies repairs you and your allies armor by 5% every second. Okay, so if you're shooting the target and you light them up and you make them all stat buffs, you will get like beautiful damage, armor healing, and there's one more buff, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you right here. If you can see the flag on them, let's go ahead and let's make this a closer meter, right? All right, so right here When we shoot him a few times, we put 2 buffs on him, and now we put the white on him too. So now he's full flagged, and that means he's taking all these different buffs, okay? All these different buffs, and the last buff is blue. Decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 8%. So not only do you get these amazing buffs, but you can also buff them even more by having the backpack. So you'll take decreases the enemy's damage dealt from 8% to 12%. So you're taking 12% less damage, you're healing 8% every second, and you're doing 12% amplified damage to enemies. And this works for your whole group, from my understanding, which is what makes it so amazing, like the set, right? 2 pieces gives you 30% ammo capacity. 3 pieces gives you 30% magazine size. So if you have like an insane clip, like I usually have 60 bullets with this, I could get 66. So pretty dope, pretty dope. And yeah, that's my 4 pieces. You can use any mask. You could also use anything you want, right? I use this a specific way, and the way I use this is by having armor, right? The percentage of health doesn't really matter, but I like the roll on this, right? It gives me some armor regen, explosive resistance, which is going to help you, any hazard protection, and explosive resistance on blues. On smaller attributes will definitely help you. I roll with 5 blues, which is 5 stats at max armor, and 1 yellow, okay? So I rolled this yellow right here onto the skill tier, and the reason I did that was to use this right here, this shield. And this shield, when I use that combination of 5 blues and 1 yellow, it'll give me a tier 6 skill shield, okay? So what happens is I get 60% active regeneration, 250% shield health, 40% holster regeneration, and 2% buff strength, okay? So I'm using firewall with this class, okay? And the reason we are using firewall is because we want this striker passive talent, okay? This is a modified version of the Crusader shield, which allows all of the use of range weapons while also allowing the KA Jetstream flamethrower, the signature weapon, to be equipped. It also provides a buff to the user and allies behind the shield, which boosts damage based upon the number of enemies in front of the shield. And you basically mod to increase health, and you can mod to regenerate the shield. All right, the way the shield works is pretty simple. You just pull it up, and we'll use 5 meters again. And anything that's in this cone area is going to take extra damage, okay? So you're going to be melting. Your team is going to be melting, but it has to be something in the cone, okay? It has to be in the cone size. Like, you're not going to get the damage off the 15 meter because it's too far, right? The cone don't reach, and that cone gives you the extra damage that you're looking for. All right, one of the most vital pieces in this setup is going to be the point man name chest. All right, I suggest you get hazard protection and, you know, explosive protection or whatever you can on this row. And the reason that I'm using this, I put armor on it once again because you want to have 5 blues and 1 yellow. It's because of this talent right here, Perfect Vanguard. Deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds. This is how I'm able to tank the most insane damage for a few seconds. And then after my shield tier 6 kicks in with the increased health, the increased regen, and of course you're gonna have a healer with your group. So if your healer is actually good and he's healing you, it's a wrap, man. You can tank like insane amounts of damage. Legendary. I'll give you some gameplay right here. Let's go. Let's go. Get it. Some good video right here. And yeah, another thing that I use is the jammer post, and this is just to shut down any dogs or any drone ladies that I see around. I want to push in there. I want to get the kill with the melee weapon, and if I can't get the kill with the sweet dreams, then I just try my best to CC the room with the EMP. Make sure my people are not dying from the drone operators, like spamming drones. And that fat ass DPS with you, yo. All right, EMP'd him. I'm gonna kill the controller. Kill the controller. Killed him. That's how you do it, baby. Sweet dreams for the W. Easy tank. Give the whole team armor. Bam. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tips and strats. And that's about it, man. I got my level 40 Sweet Dreams, and it's insane damage too. It's beautiful, man. I like it so far. And I believe I've covered everything. All right, I'll go over one more thing, which is how to mod it properly. I would mod it for like protection from elites, because that's usually what you're gonna be like trying to stop from killing your team are elites. So I would just slot whatever percentage you have in every single spot. And that's about it. A super simple build. I hope I explained it perfectly for you guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I always try to answer your questions, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. And I'll leave you a little bit more gameplay, and I'll catch you on the next one. Salute, baby.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Changus.
Working on backpacks. I got one. Just keep chaining them. Keep hitting those chains. 2 backpacks. I'm moving in for the last backpack. 3 backpacks gone.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna die right here. Nope, I'm not.
Down.
Finish red bar.
All right, let's